Let us take an example. Let us just take an example for it. Suppose, hypothetically, this has not happened. So don't misquote me outside or misunderstand me outside. This has not happened and inshallah it will never happen. I'm just giving a hypothesis to make us understand this situation. And as an example I'm giving you, our science, it advances. It gets more advanced, and the medical science tomorrow, it not only decodes the genes in our body to say what will be our height, what will be the color of the eyes, what will be our complexion, whether we will be fair, we will be dark skinned, what will be our complexion, what will be our physique, what are the chronic diseases that we will get once we are born. So you see, with the genetic science advancing, today these people are enabled to say that if this child is born, he will have a problem in his eye, he will have some chronic disease. So they are able to decode the genes to an extent. But complete ghaib except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, nobody knows. Nobody knows what will be the behavior of the child. What will he become after he grows up? Whether he will be an underworld don or the president of a country or an alim or a jahil. Nobody knows that. But suppose hypothetically, now the science advances to an extent where even they are able to decode and say that this guy when he grows up, see, if you are going to, suppose they tell a woman that you are pregnant now and we have just studied his genes, once he is going to be born in this world, you know, after he gets his senses, after he can understand and speak, you know what is he going to do? He is going to say that this father is not mine, he is not the father. You see, this dog is my father, this pig is my father. My mother, yes, she is my mother, but this dog and this pig is my father. This person, I don't know him. This man, I don't know why is he coming to, oh, I absolutely don't know this fellow, he's a stranger. I absolutely deny him to be my father. This dog, he is the one who took care of me, because when my father and my mother, as I denied the father, this is my father, because when I was alone at home, it took care of me. This pig, oh, this is my father actually. This is the one who is responsible to give me birth. And this guy, when he's going to grow up, he is going to kill his own brother and sister. And not only that, he is going to be a ghaddar of the country. He is going to be a treasurer of the country. He is going to be an antisocial element to work against this country. Suppose the science says all this to a pregnant woman. What do you expect the woman to do? Deliver the child or abort the child? 100%. The woman will immediately abort the child. And if the woman doesn't do that, the government of the country will not take the risk of a treasurer on its land. They will force the woman to abort the child. The difference is, you see, if your mother or your father knew what you are going to become, if you are disobedient to them to this extent, they will immediately abort you. But our Rahman, he knew who is the Firaun of the time. He knew before creating Firaun that this is the Firaun of the time. He knew this is Abu Jahl of the time. He knew this is Abu Lahab of the time. Yet Allah created, cherished and nourished them. Why? Maybe before they die, they will seek my forgiveness. There is no comparison with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The moment our parents start to feel that we are a threat to them, we are a threat to the society, the country feels we are a threat to the country, they will never let us be born on the planet Earth. They will finish us. But our Allah, He knew everything about Firaun. He is the one who created Firaun. He knew what all Firaun is going to do. He knew what all Abu Jahl is going to do. Yet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave Abu Jahl and Firaun all the chances to be born and to live a livelihood to their complete destiny. A computer engineer cannot diagnose the virus which infects our body. A medical doctor cannot diagnose the computer virus. To diagnose the computer virus, you require a computer engineer. To diagnose the virus in our body, we require a medical doctor. The doctor cannot treat the computer affected with the virus. Neither can a computer engineer cure a human being affected with a virus. You need experts of the field. Similarly, you see, if somebody, they cut open any part of your body with a dagger, what will you do? You will be happy with it, or you will complain to the police? What will you do? But natural. But if you have to go to the surgeon, you take an appointment, you take an appointment and go happily to the surgeon, allowing him to cut open your body parts. Why? Because you feel that this surgeon, if he cuts open my body part, he is not doing it to harm me, but to give me life. Am I right or wrong? So the medical doctor, he can diagnose the infections within our body. Now this surgeon, he tells you, you see, if you do not want a surgery to be performed upon your body, if you don't want that I shall cut open your body parts, then take these precautions. If you take these precautions, you will not require a surgery. But if you don't take these precautions, you will require a surgery. Now the doctor knows that. Similarly, the virus that will affect our soul, except Allah, nobody knows. He is the doctor of our soul. Allah knew the viruses that can affect our soul. Allah gave us all the precautions of do's and don'ts in the Quran. Allah said, do this, don't do this. If you do what I said not to do, that will affect your soul. Your soul will be infected with a virus. And if that soul is infected with a virus, if you don't take those precautions on earth, on the day of judgment, if you want to enter my Jannah is a place of complete purity. Impurity cannot enter the Jannah. It's a place of purity, and your soul can be purified only if it is burnt in the fire. Even if Allah is burning somebody in the fire, even that is the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because Allah finally wants you to get into the Jannah if you have believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is very amazing. Allah, He doesn't want that treatment on our soul. Yet He said, there are people who say, if Allah is Rahman, then why does He throw us in the hellfire? Because He is Rahman, He threw us in the hellfire. They say, okay, we are disbelievers, we never believed in Allah. You people believed in Allah, then why did Allah throw you into the hellfire? Because Allah is merciful to us. Allah informed us Muslims, if you truly believe in me, do this, don't do this. If you do what I ask you not to do, you will be affecting your soul. You will be impurifying your soul. And to purify your soul, the process is very hurting for you. You will be hurt with that process. So I don't want any of my believers to be hurt by that process. Don't do what I've asked. Take these precautions in this life so that you don't need to be purified with a process that you dislike. But still if you do it, Allah says, you see, I have to throw you into the hellfire and you will have to undergo that process. That is my Rahim, because finally I will give you the Jannat inshallah. That is Ar-Rahman. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala